COVID-19 has certainly created a lot of challenges in the world and in the United States. A lot of challenges as well for food and farming. So thank you so much for joining us today to check in with some of my farmer friends. And welcome to today's Farmer Friend Check-In. I'm excited to meet up here on Zoom with my good friends. And they are really, really awesome. Their names are Matt and Holly Hoffman, and they are from the Canby, Minnesota area. They are literally right on the South Dakota, Minnesota border. And I have a fun background with these two. I met them through showing beef cattle with our families, and we have a lot of fun at shows together. So excited that they're here today to hang out with us. So let's learn a little bit about their farm.
Well, I'm Matt Hoffman. This is my wife, Holly Hoffman. Our farm basically consists of beef cow calf, feeder calf, feed lot, and about 1,500 acres of tillable ground right now. I farm with my dad and my uncle on my mom's side. So it's a pretty good size operation.
I just recently closed my daycare and I just opened a nutrition club in town, which is taking off pretty well, and I'm really excited about it. I am homeschooling my children. So exciting. It's not, but it's going okay. Kind of helping Matt around. We just got 3 pigs for the boys for showing this year, and our fair is still on. Fingers crossed. Kind of just doing the home farm life thing, hoping to plant a garden soon. And I don't know, that's about it.
So what do you guys love most about being a part of the farm world and raising beef cattle and crops? What are some of the challenges too? You can just mention the challenges and the really great parts about that.
I guess the hardest thing about farming right now is, especially with the COVID thing going on, is there's a lot of extra stress being put on us. A lot of stress worrying about the markets, what things are going to do in the future. You know, we spend a lot of time and a lot of money preparing ourselves for the future, and it's a huge risk that we always take year in and year out without the COVID crisis going on. And with the COVID being thrown at us right now, it's really affected basically the markets, and it makes things tough. It makes things tough for us, makes things tough for our family, creates a lot of tension. It's not a very pleasant atmosphere all the time, but we find ways to get through it.
Yeah, farmers are most certainly some of the most resilient people that I know. And I always like watching my dad grow up. The eternal optimism, right, of farmers is just amazing. What do you love about it?
Well, what I love most about farming and raising cattle the most is the genetic side of it with the cow-calf operation, and having our production sale. I always look forward to that, meeting our customers, gaining new customers, traveling the country, delivering bulls, talking to other producers and breeders, trying to improve our herd's genetics for the future. That really gets me excited. I really enjoy seeing how you can change a cow and improve upon the calf and the quality of your herd in such a short window.
What is your background like growing up? You grew up with all of this stuff. You grew up with beef. You've just grown up into it, or is there something new that you're doing that you didn't grow up with?
Yeah, I grew up in a cow-calf crop farming family. My dad started raising simmentals in the mid-1970s, and I started raising cattle with him about, I think it's 11 or 12 years ago now. Time flies, but I bought into the operation, and then I decided to stick with the simmentals and raise seed stock. And I guess things seem to be going fairly well for us. We're always looking to improve upon what we got and gain new customers. But we take a lot of pride in our cows.
What are some of the biggest things as a farmer's wife and being part of the operation? Like, what is your favorite part of being part of the farm?
I think my favorite part is just being able to watch the boys grow up with it. Granted, it is stressful and we go through times where I'm like, I don't know why I would even want my kids to farm. But I mean, it's just, you get that closeness of family and you get to continue the family tradition and keep it going. And it's just, it feels good to know that it makes like Grandpa Leonard proud and then his dad proud. And it's just, that's just a bonus.
What are some of the major challenges right now? I know, Matt, you mentioned the markets. I know that there's a lot of uncertainty in the future, and it is super scary because no one has any idea what's going to happen. So what other changes have happened because of this pandemic in your lives? How does life look different now than it did a couple months ago? Other than that, it's nicer outside.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's definitely changed as far as the kids not being able to go to school and attend all their activities like normal. It puts a lot of extra pressure on us with that. The kids just are struggling to cope with the change of not having to go to, or being able to go to school and do their normal daily activities. And then our daily activities really haven't changed much either with it. We still have to feed the cows. We still have to plant the corn. Everything's got to be done. We can't stop, so it's just added extra work on Holly's and mine. I can't really take a whole lot of credit for it because I'm usually busy most of the time with that, but we've had extra help. Grandpa and Grandma step up. We've had some other friends and family help out, but we get by. I guess we can do as best as we can. Just take one day at a time.
Right. What is it like with schooling, Holly? Like, how is that going? How are they doing that with the little ones?
It's terrible. My whole aspect on it is, our school had talked about distant learning for snow days for like the past year or so. So to me, if they would have introduced that a while back, this wouldn't have been such a huge slap in the face to kids. Because with just throwing it at kids like, oh, you're going to go home and stay home. But guess what? I'm going to give you a whole bunch of homework to do with your parents. Well, the home life is completely different for kids. They don't want to sit down and be like taking orders from their parents to do homework constantly. That our third grader, I want to throw in the towel myself. I want to let him throw in the towel. I don't want to finish. I don't want to keep going because I can tell he is stressed out over it. And he's Mom, quit talking to me about it. Mom, quit asking me to do it. And then our Maxton, he's in kindergarten. He's autistic. So how do you get an autism child to sit and stare at a screen? Like, why is my teacher on your phone? Or why is my therapist on the screen? I don't want to do that. I don't understand. So it's definitely a struggle all day, every day. As soon as I say, let's do some schoolwork, it's basically a battle from then on out. So I'm kind of like, I'm ready to tap out for the school year.
What are some things you're seeing in your area and your community that have been inspiring to you in the Canby area?
I think it's inspiring to see farmers continuing and just people continuing to go with their daily lives. You don't ever want to see anybody quit or give up because that's not their lifestyle. And they were raised knowing like, this is what I do and this is how the world goes round. And someday people will understand that farmers are the reason that the world goes round. And I think it's starting to be noticeable more and more with this COVID going on. I think people do realize, yeah, they are our number one life support. And I think that's what's inspiring is that nobody quits. Yeah.
Well, this has been awesome to see you guys. I know it's so stressful. Everyone has such different stresses right now and different than normal. And it's like super exhausting, right? So you guys just keep on keeping on. You're doing a great job. I just pray for everyone with smaller kids. And I think having a kindergartner in general would be really, really hard. But when you add autism to that, that is just a whole nother ball game. So you guys hang in there, and it was so good to see you both, and we'll be praying for all of you
among with everybody else that's dealing with these issues. So it was great to see you guys. Have a great night and a great week, and I hope things only go up from here.
Thank you.
You too.
You
Thanks,
too.
All right,
Natasha.
bye.
Bye.